Here.
And we are live.
Love and in action. I don't think I'm gonna put my glasses on because this light will
Okay. The
be in
video
my
is live
face.
now, but I don't see it live on Facebook.
Cool.
It just
10
says,
second delay.
no, it just says the video is live.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a oh, if it's just live and then give it a couple minutes.
Yay! It's on. Hello, Miss Nakia. How are you?
I'm fine. Hi,
Good.
Marsha. We're going to talk about something I had no idea Dr.
Mhm.
Marsha was going to talk about.
Yes, and I think that it is very important to talk about this
Hmm.
because when it comes to deciding to pick stocks, um, you start off with what you know.
Hmm.
Hello, Rhonda.
Hey.
Rhonda, hi. I used to
Good.
work with Rhonda. It's good to see you. I can't see you, but I'm glad you're here. I was just saying that when we decide to pick stocks and start putting them on our watch list,
Mhm,
we usually start off with what we know,
mhm.
things around us, what we use. Um, but there's another way that you could look at how to pick stocks, and we're going to go over that tonight. Trust me, Rhonda, I miss you too.
Aw.
um, so let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
Do you know what the most um, popular comment that people tell me or potential clients tell me when we talk about investing and they start, hi, Regina, my sister-in-law. When we start learning about stocks, the comment that I get is, I wish I would have started sooner.
Fine.
And so I want to let people know that it's okay. Start with where you are now. And with that in mind, let's talk about um, how can we pick stocks according to, thank you,
Yeah.
according to our age.
Hey.
Um, but the truth is, when we start to invest, most of us don't start um, thinking about investing until when? What age do you think? I said start thinking about it, not doing anything. Just start thinking about, maybe I should start investing. What age do you think that is?
I want to say 40s.
Actually, it's a little younger.
It's a little younger.
Most of us will start at least thinking
Thinking,
about it,
okay.
especially when we get the first job.
Mhm,
Usually in our late 20s, early
mhm.
30s, we'll start thinking about maybe I should do something about this investing.
This
But of course, nothing probably happens unless
happens.
you're working and you have to pick out you have to fill out what you want to invest in um, from your 401k plan at work. But that's in your late 20s, early 30s.
30s.
And then we start to take it a little bit more seriously, probably in our late 30s.
Late 30s.
Hmm. By the 40s, we start to panic because you really start thinking about retiring and do you have enough money to retire? When you get to 50, you get scared because you really start thinking, I may not have enough money to retire. And 60s, well, But the thing about it is, you can start investing anytime you want to start investing. You don't have
Yes.
to. I don't want you to think that it's too late. So with that in mind, I want to approach this investor chart chat with let's put a line between investing over 50 and investing under 50. How do we approach that? Well, let's look at the different type of stocks. So with all of you all with your pen and paper, I'm going to talk about growth stocks. I'm going to talk about income stocks, and I'm going to talk about value stocks and how that is related to picking companies according to our age. And we're going to start with growth stocks. Now, what is a growth stock? A growth stock is a company that we anticipate that's going to grow faster than a typical company in the stock market, like the S&P 500. So when I talk about growth, I mean talking about growing their revenues, growing their earnings, and growing that price. So all of that is like on warp speed. Those are growth stocks. These growth stocks typically do not pay dividends. And everybody knows what a dividend is. That is what a company, when they make their profit or their earnings, they can either do one or two things with that profit or earning. They can go and invest it back into the company so the company would grow, or they can give it to us as shareholders as dividends. So growth companies or growth stocks rarely pay dividend, because what they're doing is they're taking that profit and doing what? Putting it back into the company to continue to grow the company. Okay. When we invest in growth companies, the expectation is that the way we make money is when that price goes up. So you're buying it at or you're selling the stock at a much higher price than what you bought it for. And so those are growth companies. Now, growth companies are typically smaller companies that are, maybe just getting off the ground. But you do have large companies that are still considered growth companies. Example, Amazon. Amazon is considered a growth company, even though it's huge. Okay. But when you think of, growth companies, these are the companies that are a little bit risky because you're really betting on the future. You're betting that this company is going to grow. You're betting that the company is going to grow its earnings, its revenue, and its price. So time factor is really key when you're investing in growth stocks. So with that in mind, just what I just went over, what do you think? What ages over 50 or under 50 is more conducive for growth stocks? You can answer either in the chat or, I'll wait. So if you're thinking about investing in a growth company and time has got to be on your side because you want to see this company grow, you want to see the price go up, and that's going to take time. Under 50, Rhonda, ding, 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 ding. You get the prize.
I was scared because it's like, it might not be, but.
No, but just think about it. If time is on your side.
Yep, everyone is saying
it's going to be, under 50. Most people under 50 will go with the growth stocks, but that does not mean it's not written in stone.
Right, okay.
You do, look at me. Last year, my primary portfolio was nothing but growth stocks. Of course, I'm switching over now, but typically, if you're under 50, you should consider investing in growth stocks. Okay, so that's growth stocks. What other stocks are we looking for? We're looking at income stocks.
Income.
Income stocks are stocks that will pay you regular and reliable and increasing
Mhm.
dividends. Yes, yay for dividends.
Dividends.
Now, with these income companies, the income companies are generally very large, established, blue chip companies that have a lot of money. And uh, you will not see increases in their prices, skyrocketing. These companies are going to grow, but they're going to grow little by little because they've passed that growth stage
Mhm.
you know, but the key is these are the companies that are going to give us dividends, income, passive income. So if you're looking at a company that you want to have dividends coming in from, at what age, how does that fit with these particular stocks and your age? Would you be over 50 or under 50 if you're going to be investing in uh, uh, income
Income
stocks?
stocks.
Mm-hmm.
I would think over.
Yes.
I would think over.
And the reason is because of the dividends.
Dividends. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's income.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's generally speaking.
Mhm.
You may have some people in their 30s that want to start investing in income companies. So it's like I said, it's not written in stone. But generally, this is how I'm, presenting this. So we covered growth stocks. We covered income
Income.
stocks. The next type of stocks are value stocks. So what's a value stock? I'm sure many of you here have heard of Warren Buffett, Mr. Investor. This is his type of investing, value investing. So what is value investing? Well, value stocks are similar to income stocks in that they are companies that are well established. They are large companies. But the one particular thing about value stocks is that even though these companies are doing well, their price of the stock is not reflective of that.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're cheap, they're
Hmm.
inexpensive, even though they're great companies. So, what happened and why do you have value stocks? Well, let's take an example. You remember Boeing, the company that had the two airplane crashes back to back.
Mhm.
After that happened, you had a price drop. Now, the company is still a good company. It's still a fundamentally sound company, but they had a negative event that happened to cause the price to drop. And so that's when they will fit into more of a value company. And usually it's not something that's going to drag on, it's usually something that's temporary. But that is a value company. And once again, they also pay dividends. So when you
Mhm.
have something that that has negatively happened to a company, um, let's say we're in earnings season. Suppose we had a company who missed their
Okay.
earnings, missed their revenue expectation. You may see a price drop. So any type of negative news that affects a company can shift
Mhm.
that company into a value company where it's a good company, but the price is not where it should be. Okay. So that's the third type of company. So thinking about that, company that's giving dividends is cheap, but it's still a good company, over 50 or below 50. Which one would you put this company in? Dividends.
I wonder could it be both?
Could be both. Could be. But since it's a dividend
Dividends.
company and it's an
Cheap.
inexpensive company at this particular time,
And
And
yeah, over,
you're getting, yes, and you are
over.
getting passive income
Hmm.
that you may need to pay bills.
Yeah, people are saying
You,
over.
yeah, over 50. So over 50 would tend to also invest in value stocks.
Mhm.
So those are the three stocks, and that's how you can pick stocks according to your age.
Age. Mhm.
hmm Growth stocks tend to be, um, people less than 50 might be more attracted to the growth stocks.
Mhm.
Okay. And people over 50 may tend to look at stocks that are either value stocks or income stocks because of the dividends and
Dividends.
because of that passive flow of income that they're going to be getting from dividends.
Mhm.
Not a lot of growth, but you will get your dividends.
Yeah, you will get income.
hmm So, time horizon of the time that you're going to be keeping these companies in your portfolio before you start using them is important. So, if you've had a long time horizon, you're
Hmm.
not going to be using this money. You are probably going to be shifting towards growth stocks rather than value or income stocks. Okay,
That makes so much sense.
it makes sense, huh?
Yes. Why I gravitate to growth stocks.
hmm
Now it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Income.
any questions, everyone? What about if you're over 60, Regina? Well, that's the same thing. You're over
Mhm.
50, so you're thinking about mainly stocks that are going to give you dividends. So, you'll stick with income or value stocks.
Yeah. I think we saw Miss Crawford here, Central. I think she was here. She said hello to
Yes.
us earlier.
Hey, it's good to see you. And I see Dorothy is here
Dorothy.
too. So, with that in mind, you guys have any questions for me, or just in general about investing, or on the topic? Somebody might say, "Okay, so how do I know which stock is a growth stock? How do I
Mhm.
know if it's income?" Well, definitely, if the company is giving you dividends, you're probably looking at more of an income company. Um, And one other thing is, see, I use Google a lot. If
Mhm.
there's any question, you can say, uh, you can ask Google, is this a growth stock? Is
Mhm.
it income? Is it value? Now, these are things that we talk about also in our investment club, because there are also resources that we use to determine whether or not we're investing in growth or value or income stocks.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a timely topic.
Topic.
Mhm.
Dorothy says she's
She's
driving.
driving.
Stay safe.
Yes, please
Stay
be
safe.
safe.
Glad you're listening in.
Mhm. So that's all I got. I like to do things short and sweet to the
Sweet.
point, and then answer any questions.
Yeah, and I
As I
wrote
was
some
talking
notes.
about, let me see. For someone who is complete, thank you. For someone who is completely clueless about stocks and investments, where do I start as far as gathering knowledge? Well, simply Bree, we can start by, um, first of all, it is going to be a process.
Mhm.
You want to start by learning about the stock market and why you want to invest in the stock market. There is a process of learning about the language of the stock market and how to create things like a watch list, how to determine a broker that you're going to use. So there are steps that occur for someone who is completely new to investing.
Mhm.
Um, what we can do is, now we teach all of these steps in our
Yeah, our
investment club.
yeah.
And we meet on the second Thursday of every month via Zoom. And we have a 2-hour program that we talk about our portfolios that we're building. And also we talk about analyzing the stocks. We have so it's a program that you can definitely be a part of, and that I invite you to be a part of, and that is the Bookworm Investment Club. Period. That's it. Bookworm Investment Club.
Just go to the website.
Yes, yeah, that's the website. Certainly, I invite you if you want to personally talk with me. There's my email address up there. You can send me an email and we can talk further about how we can help you to start building your own personal stock portfolio, because that's what we're all about here at Bookworm, teaching women how to invest in the stock market, build a stock portfolio, and to be able to manage your own personal stock portfolio.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you answered this one, but I think it's a good question to.
I'm almost
reiterate.
40. What are some stocks to invest in? If you were under 50, you would consider more growth stocks than income or value stocks. Growth stocks, as I said before, like Amazon, companies, small companies like, when you think about the electric cars, companies like NEO, companies like Snap, like Snapchat,
Yes.
those are considered growth companies. Even Microsoft is still considered a growth company because it has taken off tremendously since they've gotten involved with the cloud. And so, yeah. And when when you are determining or deciding to start investing, I would at least start with looking around you and figuring out what products and what services you use and who makes it, who makes those products, who offers you those services, because you know the companies already.
This is a good question.
Oh, yeah. And some of you all who have been on these calls with me before know when it comes to deciding on a broker to start your stock portfolio, I like to go with names like TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, who's taken over TD Ameritrade.
Oh, wow.
So I like to go with those type of brokerage firms because I like the fact that the customer service is excellent. I mean, you can call and say, I'm having an issue with this, and they'll walk you through how to resolve the issue. And you don't have to end up emailing someone and waiting for someone to email you back. So customer service is number one. Number two, companies like these have excellent resources when it comes to educating their investors. They have classes, and also they have excellent research tools. So yeah, TD Ameritrade, and I have my account at TD Ameritrade. Fidelity, I have another account at Fidelity. Both of them are excellent. And I don't have any experience with E-Trade, but I hear good things about it. And also, Charles Schwab.
Oh.
Okay. All right, Bree, simply Bree, yeah, reach out to me. Could you give a brief overview of ETFs, should they be a large part of your portfolio? Oh yeah,
Mm,
we actually did
good one.
a investor chat on ETFs.
Yeah.
So Gwen, I would like for you to go back, and it's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We talk pretty in depth about ETFs, and as far as being a part of your portfolio, yes. Now, I personally like, and I teach investing in individual stocks because we have a whole system set up as to how you analyze individual stocks.
Stop.
So that's what we do here. But yes, ETFs are very good to invest in because if you decide that you're not comfortable investing in individual stocks, you think it may be a little bit too risky for you, then ETFs is an excellent way to go. Okay.
Yeah, I believe that video is also on Facebook as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I know it's
done
on
their
our
live. Yeah,
YouTube
because we
channel.
did the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only, I think it was in March, in late March.
Late March. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any
Awesome.
other questions? We're heading up on
Yeah,
6:30. Yay! I like to keep these sweet and short.
Hey,
Hi,
Nancy.
Nancy.
Sorry we missed you. We had a long one there.
Yeah, we were just ending up, so you can catch this on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, our Bookworm Investment Club Facebook page. We're going to put it on the both of those platforms after we are done
Yeah, that's it. Okay,
with
she's
our
there.
investor chat. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do is we will do these investor chats twice a month. So on the first and the third
Okay.
Wednesday, I invite you to our investor chat. I'm trying to pick out various topics that we as investors should at least know about when it comes to investing. And so I thought this particular topic was pretty important.
Yeah. Very, and it was very simple and right to the point too.
Mm-hmm.
So you can
That's how
decide
I am. I'm
which
trying to
one.
make it simple and to the point, and that's how we should invest, one step at a time, really simple steps, and you will get there.
Yeah. Simple steps helps because you'll take action instead of overcomplicating and then doing nothing.
Right, because when things get too complex, we don't get things done.
That's
And
true.
we like to make things as simple as possible, and that includes investing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So they'll see us in another 2
Another
weeks.
2 weeks. Or
You
if
know.
you want to talk with me, just shoot me an email. I do answer my emails early in the morning and not on the weekends.
So honest.
That's my day off. I
Awesome.
want to go through here just to make sure we've answered every question.
And make sure that
Mm-hmm.
we've greeted everyone so far.
And you know what? I appreciate you all coming and spending the time with me. I enjoy teaching about investing. Been investing for close to 30 years. So it's something that I do want to share and help out women who are learning to invest and want to build a profitable stock portfolio. Can we talk about selling or buying a home invest? Thank you. Selling and buying a home and investing for later in life for the following week. Sure. Now, when it comes to talking about buying and selling a home, there is a young lady here in our chat who actually can give you more insight to buying and selling the home than I can, Nancy, and that is Miss Dorothy Harris, and she is on our session. So let me see how I can connect you two together, and that will help you. And that the next topic then I'll talk about is investing for later in life. Now, when you say later in life, you're saying in your 60s, 50s, or 60s, or even 70s, Nancy,
Yeah.
because I can certainly talk about that. That was part of it, investing in the type of stocks, income, and value stocks. So I'm going to see if I can get you two together, Nancy, you and Dorothy.
Cool. You've spoken with Dorothy? She said that's great. I just wanted to know her to know that she heard. But
Yeah.
but you are going. Does she have you? This is Marsha's contact information just in case, so she
Mm-hmm.
can connect you to her. Make sure, because I didn't know if okay. All right. Just want to make sure they know each other.
Okay, good.
I've responded.
Okay. Can you put up Liz's question?
Yes.
Liz says she is 52 and works a regular 9 to 5. What amount should one invest monthly to create a decent portfolio? Okay, so Liz, that is really going to be determined by your budget.
And we did a
And we
investor
did.
chat about that.
We also did. Yes, we did. Yeah, you want to figure out how much you can actually afford to invest, and you can do that by figuring out your budget. And then once you figure out how much money you have left over after you've budgeted and put some in your savings, how much do I have to actually start investing? And as I have said before, there is a myth that you need a lot of money to start investing. You do not. You do not. You just need to. You need to first of all have your emergency fund. I'm a big proponent. I
She
have your
preaches
emergency
that.
fund in place.
Yes.
Then you can start investing. And they make it so easy. It is so easy to invest now, and inexpensive to invest, because the companies, the brokerage firms that I mentioned, you don't have to buy one full share of a stock. You can actually buy fractional shares, which means pieces of a stock. So if you say you have $50 and you want to spend $50 in buying a stock, you can buy $50 worth of a stock. You don't have to buy a full share of a stock. So they make it easy, and you don't have to pay for commissions for buying stocks like you used to. Mhm. So get your budget, figure out how much you have left over that you can start investing. And then you need to have a brokerage account, start funding that brokerage account, and then you'll start having money to invest.
Yes.
Okay. I don't see any more questions. So I guess we're done. Thank you all for coming. I do appreciate every single one of you all.
You guys.
We'll be back in 2 weeks with another topic. And as I said before, if you have something that you want me to talk about, let me know. I'm happy to spend 30 minutes talking about investing and encouraging everyone here to, if you haven't started with your stock portfolio, let's get started.
So press replay.
Yes, and go back and look at the videos on the YouTube channel.
Yes, because she's
Okay, I
giving it to
can't
you.
see Teresa's question. Stumbling upon this 40 minutes and so missed the beginning of
She was
what I've seen
saying,
so far been helpful. Oh, okay.
awesome.
Thank you, Teresa. I'm going to remember your name. No, we have not discussed, Shelley, NFTs.
That looks like that's on the on the book.
Yeah,
I'm
I guess
writing
I got
that
to do
down.
some research on it. But no, we haven't discussed that yet. But we'll put that
Okay.
down on my list of things to
Yeah,
research and to
I'm
be able to
thinking
talk
so
about.
on that.
Yeah.
NFT. Okay. Cool.
All right. I think that's going to be it for this Wednesday. We'll see you in 2 weeks, and touch bases with me by the email. If you want to ask me some questions personally, be happy to chat with you by email.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you
All right,
guys.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.